Today, I want to talk about twin flame separation signs, because here on this channel, we've already discussed many different forms of twin flame signs. Signs before meeting, signs during the first meeting, signs throughout the connection. But what about signs that we experience during separation? And by separation, I mean those periods of time where we are disconnected from our twin flame in some way that usually feels uncomfortable to us. This is when we are separated either physically, so maybe we are still keeping in contact, but it's very long distance, or maybe we live in the same physical area, but there is an emotional disconnect. You may feel as if you're just not getting through to your twin flame at this time. This could also simply be a verbal disconnect. You may feel very much connected with your twin flame in some ways and really not be that physically far away from them. But for whatever reason, you may have been blocked either on their phone or on social media, or there has been some cutting off of this verbal communication in some way. Whatever form of separation you are experiencing with your twin flame, know that even in the space of this disconnect, there are signs of your connection all around you. Very powerful signs that if you begin to recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate, you can actually have a window of communication, even if it's not a loud verbal, a window of ongoing mental, emotional, energetic communication during this period of separation that can cause you to feel hopeful at a time when you probably need it most. But before we get into these signs, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. What are some twin flame signs we experience during separation? The interesting thing about twin flame separation is sometimes we can experience an intensifying of the signs. What I mean by that is many of us are familiar with those first meeting signs, the eye contact, the physical sensations, all of that. But during separation, often because there is this energetic force that is every bit as present, every bit as real, connecting and deep as it was when we were with them physically in their presence, or when we were emotionally or verbally connecting with them. However, during separation, this energy has no way to express itself through verbal 3D communication. It can't express itself through traditional means, so this energy can't just be destroyed. As we know, scientifically, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Because the twin flame energy is such a powerful current, when it can't express itself through those traditional forms of communication, it often intensifies itself through the stranger signs, through those more metaphysical and psychic signs, through the 5D, through all of these avenues that seem especially strange, shocking, and unexpected to us, and in ways that, especially because we aren't in communication with our twin flame, ways that will make us feel as if we're going a little bit crazy, or even make us question whether we're just making it up in our own mind. I want to reassure you now, in case you needed to hear it, you are not going crazy. Like I said, it is very normal for signs, especially the psychic metaphysical signs between twin flames, to greatly intensify during periods of separation. Besides the natural consequence of this energy just needing an outlet and the signs intensifying for that reason, there is another reason for it, a more divine reason. These signs often intensify as a way to bring twin flames together, to confront them with the truth of their connection so that they will inevitably reach reunion and fulfill their higher purpose together in a very physical union, which is, of course, fifth dimensional, but also very 3D, a very material, tangible connection. So one thing you should also know is that whether your twin flame is communicating this to you or not, know that you aren't the only one experiencing these separation signs. In fact, because your twin flame mirrors your energy perfectly, if you are experiencing these signs, there is a very good chance your twin flame is experiencing similar signs. Yes, some of them they may be ignoring or writing off, or may not be fully aware of, especially if they are the twin flame you would consider more asleep spiritually, less awakened to their own spiritual side. However, regardless of whether they are ignoring these separation signs or not, they are still there for them as well. So know that it's not just you. You are both being sent these signs in part as the divine plan to bring you together, because there are divine forces behind your connection, behind your reunion and reconnection as well. So, what are some of these twin flame separation signs? I should say here also that this is by no means a comprehensive list, so do let me know in the comments either which of these signs you've experienced or if you've experienced some of your own. Like I always say, each of our twin flame connections, although we experience the same energy, the ways in which we interpret that energy through signs and symptoms can look very different. So share your experiences in the comments, because there may be someone out there who doesn't resonate with all of these separation signs in the video, who just needed to read your comments and feel as if they weren't alone. The first separation sign I hear most frequently happening, especially during separation, is an intensifying of dreams, feeling as if the more you and your twin flame aren't talking verbally, the more they are speaking to you through your dreams. These dreams can come in many forms. Sometimes you may have a very conscious recollection of them. You may have very concrete experiences with your twin flame in these dreams. And other times you may only remember talking to them. You may not remember anything concrete about it, but you recall these snippets of conversation. In other times, and this is the strangest of all, you may feel as if you have been connecting with your twin flame through dreams all night long, like you have been speaking with them all night long, talking to them, with them. And yet the strangest thing is, you can't remember exactly what happened in that dream. You can't even remember a single snippet of a conversation. And yet their presence was so vivid to you. And when you awoke with their image and their name in your mind. And you just intuitively knew you had been dreaming about them all night long. A second twin flame separation sign is something I talked about in my last video, or I'm not sure the order I'll upload these, but one of the videos that I upload today, called Remote Touching and Remote Viewing. Except during separation, this can actually be, and usually is, intensified. Like I said in that video, in our twin flame's absence, because of the ways in which we are connected, because they are constantly radiating energy to us, we can actually experience through our own senses what they are experiencing simultaneously. This is similar to twin flame telepathy, which I'll talk about in a minute, but it is different because telepathy is usually a word used to refer to thoughts and emotions we are intellectually receiving from our twin flame through the subconscious. But remote touching and remote viewing is actually received not through the thoughts, but through the actual physical body, through the senses. It will be as if we are actually seeing, smelling, touching, tasting, feeling what our twin flame is doing through all of those senses in the moment. Like I said, another sign is twin flame telepathy or intensified telepathy during separation. So this will be sign number 3. Oftentimes when twin flames aren't communicating through their words, whether through social media, through their messages to each other, or through their spoken words, this often means that they are communicating a lot more through any other possible avenue, which is often very psychic. So you probably are no stranger to experiencing telepathy with your twin flame, being able to suddenly just know what they are thinking or feeling. But during separation, this will be greatly intensified, sometimes to the point of actually being able to hear your twin flame's voice speaking in your mind. Now again, this can come in many forms. In some cases, this may be them speaking a message directly to you that they want you to hear. And again, as with many things in this connection, this can be done consciously or unconsciously. Usually, especially if you are the one, the twin flame listening to this video, there is a very good chance that your twin flame isn't as in tune with their psychic abilities as you are. And therefore, in 99% of cases, this telepathic message is probably unconscious. It's something that they are thinking so strongly about you that it naturally gets transmitted to you, and it is being transmitted so strongly that you receive it in the form of actually hearing their words in your mind. In still other cases, this could actually be your twin flame's unconscious self, their higher self. So they may not be consciously thinking that they have this message they want you to know, or thinking something about you consciously, but their higher self, because we have our 3D selves, our third dimensional selves that go through these periods of separation, of push-pull, of this runner-chaser dynamic. But we also always are connecting with this highest version of ourselves, sometimes called the soul. So through these telepathic messages, your twin flame's soul could be communicating with your soul. Another way in which twin flames can experience signs in separation is probably obvious, but there is a bit of a nuance when it's during separation. And this is the sign where you see and feel your twin flame's presence everywhere, where everything is reminding you of them. Except again, these signs are usually much more in your face during separation. And I find that especially this sign is intensified when you try to date someone else. So if you are separated from your twin and you attempt to have some other kind of connection, either by going on a date with someone else or pursuing someone else romantically, you may find that the synchronicities, seeing your twin flame's name everywhere, hearing their name everywhere, hearing things that remind you of them, will be everywhere, especially surrounding the specific times in which you are trying to connect with this higher purpose, or with this other person. What I was going to say about higher purpose is the higher purpose to these separation signs, especially this one, when you are connecting with someone else, is Remember, you have to understand your twin flame path is divinely protected and guided. So even if at times it feels as if it is very chaotic, as if there is no purpose to it, as if your twin flame is just running away from you, separating from you, causing you all this pain, you have to know that even during separation, your path is still protected. And because of this divine protection, there are times where you will be led around other connections or other people in order to prevent you from getting too close to someone else, because your higher self, the universe, whatever higher power you connect with, is divinely guiding you into this connection. And it can be very frustrating during separation. I actually read from one of you beautiful souls out there listening. You left a comment that really struck me about this particular separation sign. Forgive me if it's not exact. I don't have that comment in front of me now, but essentially the story was that you were trying to go on a date with someone besides your twin flame, and you were actually watching a movie with this person, and I think you said that you were kissing them or, physically connecting with them in some way. And during this exact moment of physical connection, you started hearing from the TV, from the episode or the movie, in the show or movie, they were screaming your twin flame's name, and you could have sworn that you'd actually seen that show or movie before, and you had never remembered this part even being in there. And this is just an example of one of those signs or synchronicities you can experience where it seems as if in the moment you're about to give up or you're finally connecting with someone new, the universe, your higher self, your twin flame, whatever force you're connecting with, that divine force protecting and guiding your connection, sends you this barrage of signs, just pummels you with signs and synchronicities related to your twin flame that you just can't ignore. If you are resonating with this material and you are in separation or at some point along your twin flame journey, and you would like to dive deeper into this connection, whether you haven't met your twin flame or you've just met them or you're not sure who they are, wherever you're at with this journey, I have created a 7-chakra twin flame clearing subliminal designed for all twin flames at any point in this connection or on your path. This meditation is very powerful because it doesn't focus solely on the external connection, but on the internal journey. Because like I always say, your twin flame is your mirror. So as you heal and evolve and shift your energy internally, you will naturally and simultaneously shift the energy of your twin flame within them and ultimately within your connection more generally. This meditation is available in a conscious spoken version as well as an unconscious subliminal version for deep subconscious reprogramming. It is also available in 4 different background sounds: meditation music, rain, ocean waves, and white noise, and comes in both a short session, I believe it's an 11-minute session, and an overnight session, an 8-hour session. So to try this meditation completely free for 7 days, you can create an account on my members-only subliminal site, Sound and Soulful. And as always, the link to this subliminal will be in the pinned comment and in the description box. I hope these twin flame separation signs resonated with you, and if they did, please do leave me a comment. I read each and every one of your comments, and as soon as I get these videos uploaded today, I am going to spend some time just hanging out with all of you in the comments, responding to as many of your beautiful words and thoughts and energy as I possibly can. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.